Balak his house.
He said, what?
If Balaam would give me his house.
If that dude would give me his house, what?
If Balak would give me half his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the words of Yahuwah, my Elohim, to do less or more.
He said, I can't go beyond his word to do what?
Less or more.
Verse 19.
And he called Yah his Elohim.
I was just about to say that. For y'all brothers who feel like, you know, people who ain't Israel can't take hold to the Most High. He is not of the people, but yet and still he called the Most High his Elohim. Go ahead.
Now, therefore, I pray you, tarry you here also this night, that I may know what Yahuwah will say unto me more.
What's wrong with this picture? He already gave him the answer. I already told you no. Why are you coming back and asking me again? Now, your kids, if you tell your kids no, they can't have no ice cream, and they go and talk with their friends or their cousins, and then they come back and ask you again, how your answer gonna be the second time? What your answer gonna be like?
What I tell you already?
Didn't I already tell you?
Didn't I tell you?
Right? So this shows intention. In one verse he says, I can't go beyond this man's word. That's what he's saying. But then he went to inquire again, which means he's trying to do what? He's trying to go beyond his word. Because there's no reason for you to come and ask me again. I already told you can't go curse these people. Read on.
And Elohim came unto Balaam at night and said unto him, if the men come to call you, rise up and go with them.
He said what?
If the men come to call you at night, and said unto him, if the men come to call you, rise up and go with them.
He said, if the men come to call you, then rise up and go with them. What y'all think the Most High doing with them right now? He testing them. He testing them. He didn't even give an answer. He didn't say, yes, curse this people or nothing, did he? He tested them to see what he on. Read on.
But yet the word which I shall say
But
unto
what?
But yet the word I shall say unto you, that you shall do. And Balaam rose up.
And Balaam did what?
And Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled the donkey and went with the princes of Moab, even though they didn't come to him.
So he got up and went with him. He took that as a, shoot, yeah, that's right. Well, what was the word of the Most High? Right? If they come and call you. Now, if I recall, go back to verse 18.
And said unto the servants of Balak, if Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot.
I what?
I cannot.
I cannot do what?
Go beyond the word of Yahuwah my Elohim to do less or more.
So that man told them flat out, I can't go beyond the word of my Elohim to do less or to do more. And what did the Most High tell him? If they come call you, hop up and roll with them. And then the next morning, what did he do? He went on with them. So right then, what did he just show he did? He went beyond the word. Because you are what you do, not what you say. Pay attention to how people move. Don't pay attention to what they talking like. Because talking is just talking. It's just talking. It don't matter if you tell Brother Travis, man, you know I love you, man, you know. But then I find out you're doing some stuff behind the scenes against me. I don't believe your words. I can't. You showed me otherwise. And if I believe you, then I'm being a what? Being a fool. Right? Come on.
And Elohim's anger was kindled because he went, and the Malachim of Yahuwah stood in the way for an adversary against him. Now he was riding upon the donkey, and his two servants were with him. And the donkey saw the Malachim of Yahuwah.
Hold on. Read what it said again, that verse before.
And Elohim's anger was kindled because he went, and the Malachim of Yahuwah stood in the way.
So So check this out. It says that the angel of the Most High went and stood in his way. When he got up to leave, he went and stood in his way. Right? What y'all think this angel was about to do to him? Kill him. Read what it say.
For an adversary.
He stood in his way for a what?
Adversary.
He stood in his way for an adversary. Hold what you got. Get Exodus chapter 23 and verse 20. It said he stood in his way for an adversary, because what was Balaam getting ready to go and do? He was getting ready to go and curse the people. Right? Exodus 23 and 20.
Exodus 23 and 20.
What it say?
Behold, I send a Malachim before you.
I send a what?
A Malachim before you.
I'm sending a messenger before you to do what?
To keep you in the way.
Come on.
And to bring you into the place which I have prepared.
I sent this one to bring y'all into the land. Where are the people at right now? In this book of Numbers?
Moab.
They in Moab. They ain't made it to the spot yet, right? Read on.
Beware of him.
Do what?
Beware of him.
And?
Obey his voice.
And what?
Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him.
What else it say though?
But if you shall indeed obey his voice,
and what?
And do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto your enemies, and an adversary unto your adversaries.
So he said, if you obey me, I'm going to be an enemy to your enemy and an adversary to your adversary. It says that he sent this messenger or this angel to get in front of Balaam as a what? As an adversary. That means, what does this mean? This means two things right here. That means that the children of Israel at this particular time was doing what with the Most High? They was obeying him. What does this also mean for Balaam? That he was being a what? That he was being an adversary. He set himself out to be an adversary to the children of Israel. That means right there that what he said didn't mean nothing. Because what he did meant more. He showed himself to be evil towards the children of Israel before he even cursed them. And that's what we don't take account for. Before you go and do any type of sin, you are already showing yourself to be that type of sinful. Like Quab talked about last week. Every sin is done without the body. You don't just go and just sin. It don't just happen like that. I'm just sinning. No. Sin, the reason why people are going to get in trouble for sinning the way that they do is because it's premeditated, baby. You got to think about that thing before you do it. You pondering on it, right? Plotting on it. And then when it happened, this ain't something that you can plead insanity for. It happened because you conjured it up, right? You conjured this thing up. So now when it's happening, you in it. You in it. You can't plead insanity on that. Go ahead, huh?
Did he see the angel?
Oh, this is what we about to get into. We about to get into that. Well, what we're showing here is this man was with the children of Israel, right? When he said the people are increased, the Most High was telling them, hey, these people is doing good in my eyesight, right? Let's go back over the numbers. Pick it up where you left off at.
Verse 24, Numbers 22:24. But the Malachim of Yahuwah stood in the path of the vineyard and a
He
wall.
said in the what?
In the path of the vineyard, and a wall being on the side, and on the wall on that side. And when the donkey saw the Malachim of Yahuwah.
When the what?
When the donkey saw the Malachim of Yahuwah.
When Balaam saw the Malachim of Yahuwah.
The
donkey saw this angel, not Balaam. Read.
And when the donkey saw the Malachim of Yahuwah, she thrust herself into the wall.
She did what?
She thrust herself into the wall.
Hold what you got there. Go to Exodus chapter 34. Pick it up at verse, I believe it's 19.
Exodus 34.
No, verse 7. So it says that he had his indignation against this man. He was hot about it, right? And that same angel that he told us about in Exodus chapter 23 and verse 20 was doing his job because he was supposed to be an adversary to your adversary, an enemy unto your enemies, right? Exodus 34 and 7.
Exodus chapter 34, verse 7. Keeping mercy for thousands.
Doing what?
Keeping mercy for
He
thousands.
said, keeping mercy for who?
Thousands.
For thousands. According to Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8, he says that, not 20 and verse 8, he says, and he shows mercy unto thousands of those that do what?
Love his commandments.
Love him and do what?
Keep his commandments.
All right, so now, he didn't allow for this man, Balaam, to see this angel. But he allowed for the donkey to see the angel. What do you think that he was showing Balaam at this point? He's showing him mercy. He's showing him mercy right here. Remember, the Most High is able to get his people up out of temptation. He's swift to work on it. Well, you have to show your intention after this. This is why I say it's put up or shut up. The Most High been carrying us for a long time. It's put up or shut up time, right? Because there's going to be a point when you doing the wrong thing that adversary is going to be in front of you. Right? Exodus 34 and 7.
Keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity.
Doing what?
Keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression.
Did that man transgress the Most High's word? Yes, he did. Come on.
And sin. And that will by no means clear the guilty.
But it won't do what?
Clear the guilty.
But I can't clear the guilty. He'll forgive it, but he ain't going to clear the guilty. Keep that in mind. Right? The God that we serve is a merciful one. He's a long-suffering one. He's a loving one. But don't play with that man like that. Right? You ain't going to play with Black Mike on the street. Don't play with him like that, man. Right? The neighborhood dope dealer that everybody's scared of. You ain't going to play with him like that. Because death is imminent if you play with him like that. But because we can't see the Most High Elohim, we decided we want to play with that man like he nothing. Don't play with him like that. It says, don't fear them that can kill the body, but him that can kill the body and the soul. That means he can do things to you that you wouldn't even understand. Play with that man like that. He ain't got to put a pistol in your face for you to know what's real. Right? Read on.
Visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children and upon the children's children unto the third and fourth generation.
Let's go back to Numbers 22. So he's trying to show Balaam mercy right here. Because Balaam did say that this was his Elohim. Right? In order for him to have this type of position with Yah, where he's talking with Yah, because he said a lot of prophets don't move like that, right? Some prophets get dreams, but he dealt with Moses face to face. Right here, it sounds like he was dealing with Balaam face to face. Would you agree? So Balaam was a different type of dude, but you got to be able to see what's in this man's heart. Come on.
And when the donkey saw the Malachim of Yahuwah, she thrust herself into the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he smote her again.
He did what?
He smacked her again.
So he smacked her again. Read on.
And the Malachim of Yahuwah went further and stood in a narrow place where was no way to turn.
He stood in a what?
Narrow way.
Where it was what?
No way to turn.
Matthew chapter 7. He's trying to give you something here, right? When you supposed to be on the right path, you supposed to be on the right path. You ain't supposed to be on no wide way. What you supposed to be on? Straight and narrow. 7:21.
Matthew 7:21. Not every one that saith unto me, Master, Master, shall enter into the kingdom of
He
Shamaim.
said, not everybody that say to me, Master, Master. Ain't that what Balaam was calling him? Come on.
But he that doeth the will of my Father, which is in Shamaim. 13, verse
No,
13.
we'll get there. So he said, but he that do what?
That doeth the will of my Father.
He that do the will of my Father. Is Balaam doing the will of the Father right now? No, he's out of the way. The angel said that it was sent to keep you where? In the way. Right? Read on.
Many will say to me in that day, Master, Master, have we not prophesied in your name, and in thy name have cast out devils?
Run it back one more time. Run that verse back. Many will what?
Many will say to
Many
me,
will what?
Many will say,
Many will what?
Say.
It ain't about what you say, it's about what you do. You are what you do. You are what you do. It don't matter what you talking about. They always told me talk was cheap. I ain't never understood what that meant. But it is though, because it don't move nothing. Talk is cheap. You are what you do, not what you say. It says many will what?
Many will say to me in that day, your Master, Master, have we not prophesied in your name?
Have we not done what?
Have we not prophesied in your name?
And
in your name have cast out devils?
Uh-oh, we did something though. We cast out devils in your name. Read on.
And in thy name done many wonderful works.
Many what?
Many wonderful works.
Can you take away from the works that these men have done? Genuine question.
No.
They wonderful work is a wonderful work, ain't it? They went around doing wonderful works in the sight of the saints, in the sight of the people. Healing people. Casting out demons in front of people. The whole nine. Long list of good stuff that they done. But what's the issue with this? Read.
Verse 23. And then will I profess unto them,
What?
I never knew you. Depart from me,
You what?
you that work iniquity.
Because although you call yourself doing the right thing over here, behind closed doors you work in iniquity. What does iniquity mean, y'all?
Hidden sin.
Hidden sin. Hidden sin. So in front of the people, they casting out devils. They doing many wonderful works. They feeding the homeless. They gathering all of these people together. They doing this, they doing that. It's a beautiful thing. But that don't get you nowhere with the man that see everything. He said, all things are naked before my eyes. I don't care what it look like. It's about what it is. What you got, Up?
So that goes with what you just talked about in Matthew 23 with the Pharisees and the scribes.
Absolutely.
So they're hypocrites.
They're hypocrites. You call yourself doing a wonderful work over here, but behind closed doors, you doing a world full of wrong. But you will never be able to take that to the public and tell the public that these men are wrong, these men are this, these men are that. You will never be able to say that to these people or about these people, because in the public's eye, they're doing everything right. They're being righteous. Look at all of the people that's down with them. Look at how many people they've helped.
Thousands.
Look at how many people they fed. But in the day when it come down to it, all that makeup don't matter, because all that stuff they was doing was makeup. It was waist trainer stuff. Trying to hide what they was really doing behind closed doors. And what I'm saying to y'all is, you still got to deal with you at the end of the day. It don't matter what these people see. It only matters what's in you. Read on.
Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and do them,
And what?
whosoever hear these sayings of mine and do them, them I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock.
Who built this house on a what?
A rock.
Come on.
And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat upon that house, and it fell not.
And it did what?
It fell not.
Why didn't it fall? Because it was on solid ground. This is the real foundation. This is the real foundation right here. Read.
It was founded upon a rock.
It was founded upon a what?
A rock.
Uh-huh.
And every one that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not.
And hear these sayings. So them sayings are teachings of his, correct? All right. Read it.
and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the
Who
sand.
built this house on the what?
The
Can
sand.
anybody tell me what happens to sand when it get wet? It start to move away from the place that it was at. Right? If you built your house on a sand hill and it rained too hard, what's gonna happen to your house?
Fall.
That man said you're supposed to build your house on a rock. It's put up or shut up, y'all. Don't just pick a place and say, oh, this is where I'm gonna do, this is where I'm gonna build. No, you better check out the foundation. Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 1. Build your house on a rock. Something that's gonna stand. A foundation. Because you are what you do. If you cut corners because you don't want to go through the hard labor of building your foundation on a rock and you want to do it on the sand because it's easier, that's how easy it's going to be to get rid of your house. Don't just do what feel good, y'all. Sometimes you got to face yourself and do the things that don't feel good so you can be good with God. This stuff ain't no easy task. That man Paul said, die daily. I die daily to myself. We ain't never experienced death, right? But he telling you to die daily. He's giving you the closest thing that you can do to dying, which is getting rid of your desires. You think that's easy? No, that's going to hurt. Sometimes you're going to go through withdrawals. Take it from a person who was a fornicator for a long time. When you realize that you got to stop, you can't go into that mode no more, boy, you get the shakes, boy. This ain't no joke. If I'm lying, I'm flying.
No wings.
Now you're trying to figure out how not to or how to get around the word. Well, if I just do this with her, you know, that ain't really that. Nah, bro. Stop it. Come on.
Deuteronomy 32, verse 4.
Verse 1, he said, build your house on a rock. Come on. 32 and 1.
Give ear, O Shamaim, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth.
The words of who?
My mouth.
The Mashiach said, my sayings. If you keep my sayings, it's like you built your house on a rock. Let's see.
My doctrine shall drop
My
as
who?
My doctrine shall drop as the rain.
And what?
My speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of Yahuwah. Ascribe ye greatness unto our Elohim.
For he is what?
He is the rock.
He is the what?
He is the rock.
So when he telling you to build your foundation on a rock, he telling you to build your foundation on who?
Him.
On him. Come on.
His work is perfect.
His work is what?
Perfect.
You ain't got to try to figure out nothing else outside of him. Oh, let me mix a little bit of Egyptology in with this. Let me mix a little bit of Islam in over here. Let me mix a little bit. You ain't got to do that. His work is perfect. Converting the soul. That's what the book is for. That's what these instructions are for, to convert the soul. Read on.
For all his ways of judgment, a L of truth, and without iniquity.
Without what?
Iniquity.
So when he says, get away from me, I never knew you, you worker of iniquity, it's because you're doing something that he'll never do. Read on.
Just and right is he.
Just and what?
Right is he.
But they have done what?
They have corrupted themselves.
You can't blame nobody for what you're doing wrong, y'all. It's time to take accountability. Put up or shut up. Because what you do is who you are. Right? He say they corrupted themselves. Don't get to blaming Satan. Don't get to blaming this person, that person. When you do something, you blame you. That's the only way you're going to get up out of them actions. But the time you point the finger at somebody and you don't take accountability for you, you leave yourself out there to dry. Now you setting yourself up to be reprobate because you're going to do it again, because you're going to always have somebody to do what? To blame it on. You're going to always have a scapegoat. This is a word of accountability and reconciliation. You thought with somebody when you can't agree that you was wrong. Read on.
They have corrupted themselves. Their spot is not the spot of his children. They are a perverse and crooked generation.
They are perverse and what?
Crooked generation.
That's what transgression leads you to. It's a crook. It's a crooked. He said he came to keep you in the way, straight on the path.
Yes, sir.
But you crook. When you're crooked, that means you sinning. You going off. Right? Read on.
Do you thus requite Yahuwah, O foolish people and unwise? Is not he your father that have brought thee? He have not made thee and established thee?
I was just talking to my children this morning because they was asking about how babies are made. Yeah, they asked me that. My oldest is 8 years old, man. So, you know, I had to kind of finagle a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I had to give them the one part of the thing, you know what I'm saying? So I showed them a video of sperm, right? And how it's racing to the egg and all of the stuff that it got to go through to get to the egg. And I said, you made it. You made it. See, it's life inside of men right now, right? And when that act is done, there's millions upon millions of sperm that are traveling to this egg. And in the process, many of those sperm die. Many of those sperm ain't able to get to that egg. But everybody in here was chosen for some reason to make it through. Right? See, and that don't resonate with you sometimes because you don't remember being a sperm. God remember. God remember. He remember. Right? You don't remember having to swim real fast to get to that thing and trying to beat somebody else out. You don't remember that type of competition. You don't remember that the person that was next to you swimming ran into that wall and it died. Then it came into some acid and it died. You don't remember none of that. The only thing you know is that you're alive. But when you think about it, that means that he chose you out of millions of people to be here. When you say only a remnant, ain't that a crazy example? But now everybody that's here, you doing the same thing. You racing for a spot. It's time to put up or shut up. Because the people that's around you, they trying to get to the same spot you trying to get to. You got time to play? Absolutely not. You don't got time to play with that man. He killed off millions of people for you to get here. You feel what I'm saying? Millions. So here was the interesting thing. When the sperm goes into the egg, it's not that more sperm can't come to the egg, right? What I found out today is once that sperm gets into that egg and it plants itself, the egg starts to create a shell that'll kill the rest of the sperm from getting in there. So it's protected. You made it. You understand? He's been protecting you for a long time. Now it's time for you to go ahead and incubate. So your whole life you've been incubating. Once you came into the knowledge of this word, now you get your breath of fresh air. You get to open your eyes. You get to see something. Now it's up to you. Now it's up to you. Now you got to breathe. Huh? He gonna hold on to you and do what he's supposed to do for you until you get to age, because he got a mama in place for you so she can breastfeed you. You ain't got to feed yourself. He gonna secure his investment the way that he brought you here. You made it. It's a lot of babies that die on that operating table. You didn't. It's time to put up or shut up. It ain't about what you say, it's about what you do. Read where you at.
Remember the days of old. Consider the year generations. Ask your father, and he will shew you. The elders, and they will tell you. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For Yahuwah's portion is his people.
His portion is his what?
His people.
And what?
Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Jacob is the lot of this man's inheritance. He ain't gonna do nothing to destroy them. So when Balaam, So when Balaam is going to curse his people, of course he gonna be pissed at Balaam. What you doing? I already told you not to curse these people. We good. These is my people. I'm about to kill you, man. That's how hard he gonna go for his people. But you got to be able to take that and say, man, that's love. That donkey was able to see that angel getting ready to kill him. How many times do you think that the adversary or the enemy has tried to raise stuff up against you that you couldn't see? What you got, Doc?
Oh, no, I was going to think about what you were saying earlier. 'Cause I was thinking about this the other day, and I was, saying like how a lot of us was conceived through sin. How is it that we able to make it this far? Like you said, us being chosen, even though we was conceived through sin. So I'm like, that just, really just stuck with me, and I'm still trying to figure that one out. But, hey, what was it about me that the Heavenly Father decided to let me be the one that, survived?
It wasn't nothing but the fact that he chose you. We don't got no part in that. It was nothing but the fact that he chose. Give me Deuteronomy 7:6. It wasn't nothing but the fact that he chose you. He chose you to be where you at. All you got to do is accept the calling. Many are called. Ain't no reason why you called. I was supposed to die on that table because I couldn't breathe when I was born. I was born 3 months premature. I was supposed to be checked up out of here. They told my mama that I wasn't going to make it. Then they told my mama I was going to be retarded. They told my mama all type of stuff. Right? They didn't assign a nurse to my mama's room. Well, she had a nurse that she couldn't find afterwards. Yahuwah, man, come on, man. That man ensured his investment. He chose me because he chose me. You feel what I'm saying? It's the same thing for every one of us in this room. Everybody got a story. Everybody. But you got chosen because you got chosen. It's up to you to accept the calling. Come on.
Deuteronomy 7:6. For you are a Kodesh people.
You are what?
A Kodesh people.
When he got to the children of Israel, were they holy people? What made them holy? Him. Read.
For you are a Kodesh people unto Yahuwah Elohim. Yahuwah Elohim have chosen you to be a special people unto himself.
Unto who?
Unto himself.
Come on.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Yahuwah did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people. But because Yahuwah your Elohim loved you.
Because he did what?
Because he loved you.
That's the reason. Because he loved you. That's why you was able to make it. And you supposed to do with that what he sees fit. But a lot of us don't do that. That man said they have corrupted themselves. Look at all of the stuff that he went through to get you here. Look at everything that he pulled you through, and then we got the nerve to talk a good game and then don't walk it. He said, I have no pleasure in the death of him that died, but then turn around and got to kill you because you acted crazy. Come on, man. How many times have he saved you in your lifetime? How many times have he brought you away from situations that was going to get you up out of here in your lifetime? A lot. Now it's time to put up.
Thank you.
He requires it. Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verse 12. He required it. This ain't nothing new.
Thank you.
This is a requirement. We done all been, man, listen, the 80s was full of people who smoked crack, right? And they called them people that was born from the people that smoked crack, what they call them?
Crack babies.
You think all of them is dead and gone right now? You think all of them strung out right now? No, they got chosen too.
Right.
You understand? No matter what life circumstances are, the Most High is the Most High. He gonna do what he want to do. It's up to you to accept the calling, though. Come on, up.
Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And now Israel.
Now who?
And now Israel.
Now Israel. What he say?
What do Yahuwah Elohim require of you?
What do he require of you? See, we think that this is a one-sided thing where he just do stuff for us. No. It's go both ways. He said, now what do I require of you? Come on.
Of you, but to fear Yahuwah Elohim.
But to do what?
But to fear Yahuwah Elohim.
What is that word fear right there? Reverence, to respect this man. He requires you to reverence him and respect him. Read on.
To walk in all his ways.
To walk in what?
All his ways.
That's all he asking you to do. He ain't asking you to go out here and do nothing outside of what's in your power to do. To walk in his ways and what else?
and to love him.
And to do what?
And to love him and to serve Yahuwah, your Elohim, with all your heart.
With what?
With all your heart.
And
with all your soul.
with all your what?
Soul.
Everything in you was supposed to be given back to the man that made sure you got here. And look, he even gave you time to play, didn't he? Didn't he? He gave you time to play around, didn't he? You got the opportunity to go out here, do what you want to do, the whole nine, and then he said, all right, that's enough. That's enough. I'm ready for you now. What you gonna do with that? He gave you time to play.
Just one more week.
Right? See, I came into the truth when I was like 18, so I ain't had that much time to play. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all had a lot of time.
Yes, sir.
You feel? Y'all had more time than me. I ain't jealous of nothing. I'm just saying a lot of y'all had a little bit more time than I had.
That boy want his time, man. Yeah. Give me my.
You know what I'm saying? But it's time to put up. Because he done a wonderful work for you.
Yes.
All right? Read on.
Hallelujah.
Elohim, to walk in all his ways and to love him and to serve Yahuwah, your Elohim, with all your heart and with all your soul, and to keep the commandments of Yahuwah and his statutes, which I command you this day.
This ain't no pressure what he trying to tell you. This ain't no pressure. This ain't nothing egregious. This ain't nothing over the top. Ain't no pressure right here. And you know he gonna do you right. You know he gonna do you right. Because even when you was wrong, you got done right. You know he gonna do you right. You see what he did for the children of Israel when these people tried to come against him. What did he do for you? Read on.
Behold, the Shamaim and the Shamaim of Shamaims is Yahuwah's.
It's whose?
It's Yahuwah's.
Come on.
And your Elohim, the earth also, with all that there is. Only Yahuwah had a delight in your fathers to love them, and he chose their seed after them, even you above all people, as it is this day.
As it is this what?
This day.
He chose you. Do something with that, man. Do something with that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are a pick me. I am. Pick me, y'all. Feel me? Women be hating to be a pick me, ain't it? What they be saying pick me is nowadays? What they be saying? I don't want to be no pick me. Come on, somebody tell me what it is.
Desperate one.
A desperate woman. I'm desperate. Yeah. Yeah. I'm desperate. Yeah, I don't want to go to the other spot. Yeah, I don't want to get put in the hands of my enemies. I'm desperate. Pick me right now. What I got to do? I'm that. I'm a pick me. See, you only a pick me until a good man come around. Then it changed. Like, oh, that man chose me. No. You want a good man. Right? Till you can't get one. Come on, man. We got to stop playing. Fellas, the way that you treat, man, come on, look. It's a whole life that Yahuwah gave us to live in a certain type of way. Right? The delicacy of women. The grunt of men is supposed to come together and make a yin and yang, so to speak, right? If you treat your other half in a way that is not becoming of the Most High, what you think gonna happen? What you think gonna happen? One way or the other. Women, you have a man that you're supposed to treat like the Most High. If you don't treat your man like how you're supposed to treat your man, what do you think gonna happen? Open-ended. It's open-ended, and don't answer that. Fellas, you have a wife that was given to you, handpicked for you from the Most High. If you don't treat her in the right way, what you think gonna happen? Open-ended. I just don't want you to answer it here. Matter of fact, rhetorical. That's what rhetorical right now is rhetorical. Think about all the answers you want to think about. Don't answer it here. It's time to put up or shut up. All of the facade, all of the pretending, it's time to stop.
Teach.
It's time to stop. Because if you don't stop pretending, you're going to run into something real. And it's going to expose you. A firm believer, you ain't got to expose nobody. Or nothing. Because time is going to expose everything. Right? We got to make sure that we doing right by this man.
God's not money.
Right? His word don't come back to him void. Jump back to Numbers chapter 22. I'm almost done. I think. I'm just playing. I'm almost done.
Getting ready to close.
Getting ready to close. Getting ready to close.
Give me 5 more minutes.
Wow.
Numbers 22 and 27.
Come on.
And when the donkey saw the Malachim of Yahuwah, she fell down under Balaam, and Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the donkey with his staff. And Yahuwah opened the mouth of the donkey.
He did what?
And Yahuwah opened the mouth of the donkey.
And Yahuwah killed Balaam.
He opened the mouth of the donkey.
How many opportunities did he just give Balaam before this for his life to be saved? 3. 3. Real quick ones too. Real quick times. He gave the opportunity for this man's life to be saved. Now the donkey done fell down so it don't walk, and he done smoked the donkey. And he done opened the donkey mouth. What time is this? This is the 4th time he trying to save him from doing this to himself. See them thoughts that you be having, that you shouldn't be destroying yourself, that you shouldn't be going and doing A, B, C, and D. Those are the Most High getting into your mind, into your conscience, letting you know, hey man, you might want to step away from doing this right here. Read on.
And Yahuwah opened the mouth of the donkey, and she said unto Balaam, what have I done unto you?
She said what?
What have I done to you?
Uh-huh.
That you hit me these 3 times. Balaam said unto the donkey.
Now hold on. Y'all are people who are reading the story. Right? So you know the whole of what's going on. Right? In the eyes of Balaam, the donkey say, boom, up against the wall. Mess his foot up. Boom, up against the wall one more time. Hurt him again. Is he justified in hitting this donkey?
You think so?
He thinks so, but is he justified? What is Balaam supposed to do? Do what? And figure out what's going on. There's no justification. But to Balaam, because he's in a point where he wants to go and do something. I need to go get with these people. And you stopping me from going and doing what I want to do. He feels justified. Read.
And Yahuwah opened the mouth of the donkey, and she said unto Balaam,
Why'd you hit me?
What have I done unto you, that you have smitten me these 3 times?
That you done what?
Smitten me these 3 times.
Come on.
And Balaam said unto the donkey, because you have mocked me.
Because you what?
Because you mocked me.
You did what?
You mocked me.
Because you mocked me. Did it justify that man for beating on his donkey because the donkey mocked him? Read.
I would that there were a sword.
What?
A sword in my hand.
If I had a sword in my hand. Read.
For now would I kill you.
For now I do what?
I would kill you.
As a donkey. How would you feel? As that donkey, how would you feel? Hey, say less, homeboy. I'm out of here. You ain't got to tell me no more. You got a sword in his hand. You gonna thrust me? He said throw him off. Nigga tight. Come on.
And Balaam said, because you have mocked me, I had a sword in my hand, for now would I have killed you. And the donkey said unto Balaam, am I not your donkey?
Hold on, wait. Now, the donkey just heard that my man said, I would have killed you. But according to the text, it says a soft answer does what?
Turns away wrath.
So did the donkey say, okay, mother lover, because it's the first time the donkey get to talk. Right?
Donkey's mean.
All right, nigga, what's up then? Matter of fact, I'm getting out the way, because he see the angel, right? Can't the donkey say, you know what, all right, my nigga, keep going. Go ahead, do your thing. Nah, he didn't do that. Because the donkey is in a subservient position to who? To the master. So what does the donkey do? It gives a what type of answer? Give a soft answer. Read on.
And the donkey said unto Balaam, Am I not your donkey, upon which you have ridden, ever since I was yours unto this day?
Ever since I was what?
Yours unto this day?
I've been rocking with you. I've been in the trenches with you. When you needed to get to A to B, I was there.
That analogy really is good because you ever see donkeys, really, they are mean. And they will kill dogs and coyotes and everything. They are rough animals. They're not goofy like the cartoon back in the
100.
So she really did show him mercy and turn away wrath.
Because she could have done a whole lot more to him.
Grabbed him by his leg and tossed him all around.
Right? Come on.
Since I was unto you this day, was I ever want to do so unto you? And he said, No.
No, you ain't never did nothing like this. Read on.
Then Yahuwah opened the eyes of Balaam, and he saw the Malachim of Yahuwah standing in the way, and with the sword drawn in his hand, and he bowed down his head, and he fell flat on his face.
So now he get to see. He get to see what he was trying to keep, what the donkey was trying to keep him away from. Right? Understanding what? That everything that he just done was in vain. He should have never done what he done. There's more ways to skin a cat. Right? Read.
And the Malachim of Yahuwah said unto him, Wherefore have you smitten your donkey 3 times?
So now here come this Malachim. Now why'd you smite the donkey 3 times? Come on.
Behold, I went out to withstand you, because your way is perverse before me.
Your way is what?
Is perverse before me.
But how? I went and I asked you a couple of times if these people could do this. And this last time you said I could. No. Because it ain't about what you came and said. It's about what you got up and did that showed who you were. Read on.
And the donkey saw me and turned from me these 3 times. Unless ye had turned from me, surely now also I had slain you and saved her alive.
He said, now if she wouldn't have did what she did, I would have killed you and saved her. Now what is this implying? This is implying that the donkey may not have known that both of them would have survived. So she's trying to save this guy, right? Not even knowing that her death may have been imminent at the same time. Read.
And Balaam said unto the Malachim of Yahuwah, I have sinned, for I knew not that thou stoodest in the way against me.
No, that ain't why you sin, brother. You ain't sin because you ain't know, and that's what we do. Right? Dang, I sinned because I ain't know you was in the way. No, you sinned when you got up and you left to go and do what he told you not to do. Right? We'll make the excuse. Read on.
And Balaam said unto the Malachim of Yahuwah, I have sinned, for I knew not that thou stoodest in the way against me. Now therefore, if it displease you, I will get me back again.
I will go ahead and go back if you don't like what I just did. What did this man tell you to do in the first place? Oh, well, you in it now. Because what you're doing goes beyond what you say to me. You going back and not doing nothing right now don't mean nothing to me. Why? Because you already got up and went and showed me your heart. You already showed me what you was on. In the face of adversity, you're going to be tested with your morals. What are you going to do in that time? See, a friend is proven in adversity. He told you that he was your friend. Read on.
And the Malachim of Yahuwah said unto Balaam, Go with the men, but only the word that I shall speak unto you, that you shall speak. So Balaam went with the princes of Balak. And when Balak heard that Balaam was come, he went out to meet him unto a city of Moab, which is in the borders of Arnon, which is the utmost of the coast. And Balaam said unto And Balak said unto Balaam, Did I earnestly send unto thee to call thee? Wherefore camest thou not unto me? Am I not able indeed to promote thee to honor?
He said, am I not able to do what?
Promote you to honor?
Ain't that why he was going in the first place? Oh, what you got? Get John chapter 5, verse 39.
John chapter 5 and 39. Search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. And I will not come to me, and you will not come to me, that you might have life.
He's saying that these people won't come to him, that they can actually have eternal life. You won't go to Yeshua HaMashiach for you to have eternal life. Why? What they do?
I receive not honor from men.
Mashiach said, I don't receive honor from men. But a lot of times when we doing the things that we do, it's for that purpose and that purpose alone. So we can receive honor from men, so people can look at us in a certain way, in a certain light. So we'll go against the invisible for the visible. Not realizing that the invisible can do way worse than the visible. Read on.
But I know you, that you have not the love of Elohim in you.
So can we say that Balaam actually had the love of the Most High in him? Nah, because of what he did. He showed you something. Come on.
I am come in my Father's name, and you receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him you will receive.
That's what he just done. He received Balak. Read.
How can you believe which receive honor one of another?
He said, how can you believe those that receive honor one from another? Read on. And what?
And seek not honor that come from Elohim only.
Balaam didn't seek the honor that came from Elohim. He wanted to go get them riches. A lot of times we get caught up in that mess too. Right? Go back to Numbers. We almost finished.
Verse
38.
38. And Balaam said unto Balak, Lo, I am come unto you. Have I now any power at all to say anything? The word that Elohim putteth in my mouth, that shall I speak. And Balaam went with Balak, and they came unto Kirjath-Huzuzah. And Balak offered oxen and sheep, and sent to Balaam and to the princes that were with him. And it came to pass on the morrow that Balak took Balaam and brought him up unto the high places and Baal, that thence he might see the utmost parts of the people.
Chapter 23, pick it up at verse 8. Let's get to the crux of it, and we can go ahead and get up off this.
Numbers 23 and verse 8.
So he gave an answer to Balak. Yahuwah did in particular. And what did he say?
How shall I curse whom Elohim have not cursed? Or how shall I defy whom Yahuwah have not defied? For from the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I beheld him. Lo, the people shall dwell alone, and shall not be reckoned among the nations.
So he basically let them know the Most High say they off limits. I can't curse them. But again, we know what Balaam's heart was, right? What did Balaam end up doing after this? Anybody know? What did Balaam end up doing after this? So he told Balak, I can't curse this people. Well, what did he end up doing after this when it came down to the children of Israel? Showed them how to do. He showed Balak how to make the children of Israel curse themselves. Right? It was still in his heart to go against the word of the Most High. But he tried to use what we call it, a technicality. Because that's how we play with the law, right? Well, technically I didn't do this, so I shouldn't be in trouble. No, brother. Your spirit weighs way more than what you see in them letters. And your intentions are coupled up in your actions. Right? What you do is who you are. But there's a way to change it. Ezekiel, the 18th chapter. There's a way to change it. Pick it up at verse 27.
Ezekiel 18:27. And again, when the wicked man turns away from his wickedness,
He said, when the wicked man do what?
turns away from his wickedness,
What happens?
that he have committed, and doeth that which is lawful,
And do what?
that he doeth that which is lawful and right, he shall save his soul
He
alive.
shall do what?
Save his soul
He
alive.
shall save his soul alive. If you actually turn away from the stuff that you're doing and do the right thing, you can actually save your soul. See, we think that salvation is in the hand of the Most High in a way where I don't have to do anything and he will do everything. That's not the type of God we serve, y'all. We don't serve that type of God. Y'all remember the story of the prodigal son?
Yeah.
All right. When the prodigal son went out and he was doing all of his dirt, did the father go out to where he was doing his dirt to get him? No. When did the father start running to the son?
When he saw him making his way
When he
toward him.
seen that he was making his way to him. All you got to do is make a step. All you got to do is show him that you want to do it. And I'm coming to get you. Come on with it. Right? When your son or your daughter take their first steps and you start seeing them walking, before they get to falling, you go to them just so you can catch them up.
Yeah.
Right? And you celebrate them for what they done. It's the same thing that he asking for from you. I need to see you moving to me. If I see you moving to me, I'm coming to get you. But I ain't going to come get you when you're in your folly. I'll help you out. Right? The man went flat broke. Prodigal son did. Right? He went and worked for some real horrible people, he did. And it made him see, man, I got to tighten up. I got to tighten up. Right? I'm losing my mind. Come on.
Because he considers and turns away from all his transgressions that he have committed, he shall surely live, he shall not die. Yet saith the house of Israel, the way of Yahuwah is not equal.
But we look at him and we say, oh, he ain't being fair. Why these people get this and why? Don't play that man like that. That's above your jurisdiction. Talking about he ain't fair for something that he do with his creation. Well, he put the onus on you to change your ways. Read on.
O house of Israel, are not my ways equal?
Are not my what?
Are not my ways equal?
Come on.
Are not your ways unequal? Therefore I will judge you, O house of Israel, every one according to his ways, saith Yahuwah Elohim.
Y'all know that's still going to happen, right? He's still going to judge everybody based on his actions. So it's time to put up or shut up. Because it's going to happen one way or another. Either you're going to hop on this bandwagon or you ain't.
As much time as you think.
Nah, man, the games is over, man. The games is over. Read on.
Repent. And
He said what?
Repent.
Do what?
Repent.
Come on.
And turn yourselves from all your transgressions, so iniquity shall not be your ruin.
So iniquity shall not be a what?
Your ruin.
So iniquity won't be your ruin. You don't want that to fall you in these last days, y'all. Tighten up. It ain't hard. And if you feel like you're doing it alone, you got a lot of faces in this room that can help you with that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for the people that these people are coming and getting help from you, you better make sure you right too. Right? You don't be the person that's doing iniquity behind closed doors, but you do a wonderful work with them. Don't be that person. Because you help usher somebody else into the kingdom and you waving to them bye-bye because you on your way to another spot. Don't do that.
Passed away.
Right? Don't get to the point where you whispering sweet nothings in their ear that's corrupting their mind because it says that you'll make them twofold a child of hell than yourself. You better be real with these people. You understand what I'm saying? And be real with yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are all you have in that mirror. You know you. It's not about what you say. It's about what you do. Colossians chapter 3. Verse 23.
Colossians 3 and 23. And whatsoever you do,
And whatsoever you what?
whatsoever you do,
Whatever you do, it ain't about what you say.
do it earnestly.
Do it what?
Earnestly.
What does the word earnest mean?
Sincerely.
Sincerely. Do it earnestly. Come on.
As to the master.
As to who?
To the master.
As to the master. Read.
And not unto men, knowing that of the master you shall receive the reward of an inheritance, for you serve the master Hamashiach. But he that doeth wrong,
But he that what?
he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done. And there is no respect of persons.
That means he don't got no respect on who you is. You know how if you was the most beautiful person that you knew your whole life, and everybody did stuff for you because you look good, yeah, that don't work with y'all. You know how you was always the most talented in what you did, and you was a thinker, and you was able to get yourself out of situations about the hair of your chin. Yeah, that don't work with the Most High. He don't have no respect to persons. You do right or you do wrong. Get on the bandwagon, get thrown off. That's the only way it's gonna rock. But no, if you do get on that one, it's love, it's safety, it's peace, it's tranquility on that thing. That man gonna take care of you. Because that's what he's supposed to do. Hallelujah? All right, that's it.
Questions, concerns, comments. You love it, you hate it. Teach what you do, part 2, next week. How do we want it? No questions? So it was super duper thorough that y'all don't got no questions.
And I don't think we ain't got nothing on the chat either.
No, I didn't see any.
Is the way you treat your wife affect your salvation?
Is the way you treat your wife affects your salvation? Absolutely. Give me 2 or 3. You see.
Oh. Yeah, I ain't seen it in there.
Get 1 Peter.
What's it called?
1 Peter chapter 3. Pick it up at verse, let's pick it up at verse 1. Let's walk this thing down real quick. 1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 1.
1 Peter chapter 3 and verse 1.
Come on.
Likewise, you wives,
You what?
You wives,
Uh-huh.
be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversations of the wives.
All right, it says wives, right? Be in subjection to your husband, that if any obey not the word, that they without the word be won by the conversation of the wives. That word conversation right there is what? Look that up.
It is manner of life, conduct, behavioral
So-
department.
It's your behavior. So if your husband get out of pocket, the way that you get him back in pocket is the way that you behave yourself, right? I came up here to talk about the wives first for a reason. Read on, verse 2.
While they behold your chaste conversation
Or what?
coupled with fear,
While they behold your chaste behavior coupled with fear, with respect. So when a husband is beholding a wife's chaste behavior with respect, this does something to his mind. Read.
whose adorning, let it not be the outward adorning of plaiting the hair and of wearing of gold or putting on of apparel.
So what he's saying is don't try to win your man over just by how you look and you ain't acting right. So I'm gonna go over here, I'm gonna cuss him out, do this, do that, but then I'm gonna go and wear something sexy for him at nighttime so we can be all right. That ain't, now don't get it twisted, you know, you can do that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to negate none of that. But you got to make sure your conduct follows that. Don't just use that as a way to get over. You know what I'm saying? To smooth things over, because the problem is still going to be the problem. Right? Come on.
Whose adorning not let it be with eyelashes and paint. And, verse 4. But let it be the hidden man of the heart.
Let it be the what?
The hidden man of the heart.
Don't just be the one who come in wearing the clothes that's going to entice them and make them be docile to you. Make sure that you right on the inside, so when you're talking to them, you're talking to them with a calm voice. You being like that donkey, right? That soft answer turning away wrath. Read on.
But let it be the hidden man of the heart, in the which is not corruptible, even the ointment of meek, and the quiet ruach.
He said the inner, let it be the hidden man of the heart, in the which that is not what?
Corruptible.
That means ain't nothing he can do to make you get out of pocket. Y'all hear me? That part should not be corruptible. It says even the ornament of a what?
Meek
and
quiet
what?
Ruach.
Come on.
Which is in the sight of Elohim of great price.
This is a great price. So all of this stuff that it's saying about the women, please adhere to. Read on.
For after this manner in the old time, the Ruach, the holy women also who trusted in Elohim.
Hold on. The women who trusted in they man.
Who trusted in Elohim.
Now, this is not saying that you can't trust in your man. But the fact is they trusted in Elohim first, which made them act the right way. You understand? Read.
Who trusted in Elohim, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands.
So they're wearing being in subjection. Come on.
Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him master.
Calling him what?
Master.
Who's what?
Whose daughters ye are.
So, sisters, all y'all got to call y'all husband master. I'm just playing. Just playing. Look, they bought the pitchforks. It's not what it's saying. It's giving an example of Sarah. Well, Quad pointed at his wife.
What's my name?
I'm just saying. Man.
What's my name?
My Lord.
Oh my Lord, fellow.
My Lord.
My Lord, fellow.
So, it's giving an example of what this woman did with her husband to show reverence, right? She called him master, right? My Lord, right? But it's telling you about this mannerism that this woman had. And this is the mannerism that you should take on. Read on.
Obeyed Abraham, calling him master, whose daughters you are. Whose daughters you are, as long as you do well.
As long as you do what?
Well.
So if you a daughter of Sarah, it's because you're doing well. But I wonder who you would be a daughter of if you don't.
Jesse.
Or Babylon. Could be.
And are not afraid with any amazement. Likewise.
Who?
Likewise.
Who?
Likewise.
What's the word likewise mean?
The same.
So everything that we just said. Oh, y'all ain't ready for that, fellas. Fellas, y'all ain't ready for that part. What did it say right here?
Likewise.
Likewise meaning like what we just heard.
Yeah.
Likewise, what?
You husbands.
You who?
You husbands.
Read.
Dwell with them according to knowledge.
So now you see all of the things that they had to do. You keep these in mind, and likewise, this is how you dwell with them according to what?
Knowledge.
According to knowledge. Right? Gotta keep this in mind, because there's something that go along with this. Read.
Giving honor.
Giving who?
Honor.
Giving who?
Honor.
Giving who?
Honor.
You ain't saying that with enough enthusiasm, man.
Do it again. Do it. Try it again. Let's try
Giving
it again.
who?
Honor.
Giving honor unto who?
The wife.
The who?
The wife.
Ain't no way I gotta honor my wife in no way, shape, or form, brother. What it say?
Honor unto the wife.
Giving honor unto your wife. Yes, honor belongs to the woman that you chose to be your flesh.
Right.
Giving honor unto the wife. Read.
As unto the weaker vessel.
As unto the what?
Weaker vessel.
Come on.
And as being heirs together.
As being who?
heirs together.
What is an heir? Somebody tell me. What is an heir? A who? In the position of a ruler, right? Or what? Or what? Heir of somebody who's going what? Somebody who's inheriting something, who's grabbing something in. I am making you a possessor over something. They're inheriting something, right? An heir with you.
Together.
Read.
Of the grace of life.
Of the who?
Grace of life.
So both of y'all are being inheritors of the grace of life, which means that you are to treat each other accordingly. Keep reading.
That your prayers be
that your what?
That your prayers
be what?
Be not hindered.
He said that your prayers be not hindered. So if you don't operate in this way with your wife, what happens to you? Your prayers are hindered. I wonder somewhere he said something about some prayer stuff. Can you hold what you got? Give me Proverbs 28:9. Let's see what it says.
Proverbs 28:9. He that turns away his ear from hearing the law.
He that turns away his ear from doing what?
Hearing the law.
Even his prayer.
Even his prayer
shall be a what?
An abomination.
So he putting you in this category where you don't honor your wife. Where you don't treat her as an heir.
Yeah.
To the promise of life. Fellas, he didn't say that about that woman, did he? He ain't say that about her, did he? He didn't say about her prayers being hindered.
No.
Do that mean that she's okay to just do whatever to you? No. No. She got her list. She got what she's supposed to be doing for you, and she gonna have to deal with y'all. Well, he telling you as the man, you gotta take the onus in the situation. You gotta take responsibility and accountability on how you run your household. Right? Because if you get out of pocket, everything goes awry. Right? Let's go back to 1 Peter. Verse 18. 3 and 18. 1 Peter 3 and 18.
1 Peter 3 and 18.
Come on.
For Hamashiach also have once suffered.
I'm sorry, verse 8. Verse 8.
Verse 8.
Come on.
Finally, be ye all of one mind.
Be you of what?
One mind.
Two of them.
One mind.
One mind. Doing what?
Having compassion one of another.
Having what?
Compassion one of another.
Everybody have a bad day, y'all. Everybody got a bad day. You understand? Yeah. You got to treat each other, keeping that in mind. Having compassion one for another. Everybody have a bad day. Read on.
Love as brethren.
Love is who?
Brethren.
Did it just say love your wife as your brother?
Love as brethren.
Love is who?
Brethren.
Who can we think about that go back to this when they talk about love as brethren? Jonathan and David. It said that their souls were what?
Knit together.
They were knit together. He said love as brethren. Huh? Read on.
Be pitiful. Be courteous.
Be who?
Pitiful. Courteous.
Come on.
Not rendering evil for evil.
Say it again.
Not rendering evil for evil.
Say it again.
Not rendering evil for evil.
In your relationship, you don't render evil for evil. For one, man, that shows you as a man that you ain't really being and operating in being a man. We don't do tit for tat. We don't do emotional outrages. Woman, if you feel like your man done wronged you, you don't do tit for tat. You're not supposed to be the one that boasts up against him. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody has their place. So when both people go wrong and do something to each other, they render evil for evil. There is no right or wrong. There's just wrong and wrong.
Yeah.
Read on.
Not rendering evil for evil.
But what?
Or railing for railing, but contrawise.
But what?
Contrawise.
What does it mean, contrawise?
Do the opposite.
It say what?
Do the opposite.
When your wife or your husband do something to go against you in a way that it may be not becoming of being your husband or your wife, it's telling you to do what?
Opposite.
Do the opposite to them. Because the book told you to bless those that
curse you.
Stop it, man. We got to understand what the book's saying and walk accordingly. Right? It go for husbands and it go for wives too. Read.
Blessing, knowing that you are thereunto called.
Knowing that you're what?
Unto called.
You're called to do what?
That you should inherit a blessing.
That you're to inherit a what?
A blessing.
So if you don't do this stuff and you're called to inherit a blessing, what do you in turn do?
Get a curse.
You get a curse. So when you ask the question, is a man and how he treat his wife attached to salvation? Absolutely. You go both ways. Read.
For he that will love life.
He that do what?
Love life.
And do what?
And see good days.
Let him do what?
Let him refrain his tongue from evil. And his lips that speak no guile.
Let him do what?
Let him eschew evil. And do good.
And who?
Let him seek peace. And ensue it.
So he telling you your words got to match it with your actions. Because you are what you do. Read.
For the eyes of the master are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers. But the face of the master is against them that do evil.
Now, why would he mention do evil after he get to talking about all of this other stuff in here? So if you do outside of what he just mentioned right here, then it is considered to be what? Read on.
And who he is that will harm you, if you be followers that which is good. And if you suffer for the righteousness' sake.
But if you do what?
But if you suffer for righteousness' sake.
So if somebody do something wrong to you and you suffering for what sake?
Righteousness' sake.
What did it say?
Happy are you.
He said what?
Happy are you.
That means we got to get over ourselves. Sometimes you going to get beat down when you're being righteous. Sometimes some people gonna come against you when they don't need to come against you. In a time where you ain't doing nothing but being a good person, and you gotta suffer that.
Yeah.
You gotta suffer that for salvation's sake. You gotta suffer that because he suffered you.
Yeah.
Read on.
And be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled.
But do what?
But sanctify the Master Elohim in your hearts.
In your what?
In your hearts. And be ready always to give an answer to every man that asks you a reason of the hope that is in you with the meekness of the fear. And fear.
Having what?
Having a good conscience.
Having a what?
Having a good conscience.
That means that what's on your mind for what you did or how you've acted, you have a good conscience toward it. Read.
That whereas they speak evil of you.
So even when people speak evil of you, come on.
As of evildoers.
They what?
They may be ashamed.
They may be what?
They may be ashamed.
You don't want nobody to be able to speak evil on you and it be true. It say they speak evil on you and they be ashamed. Come on.
That falsely accuse your Elohim, your good conversation.
Your good who?
Your good conversation.
This conversation is actually behavior. Go right back up to what we was talking about at the top. That they do what? Accuse your good behavior in who? In Mashiach. For it is better.
For it is better if the will of Elohim be so.
If you do what?
That you suffer for well-doing than for evil-doing.
Hallelujah. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 31. All right, I'm going to let y'all eat after this unless y'all got some more questions. I'll just get a little excited.
1 Corinthians 10:31.
Come on.
Whether therefore you eat or drink or whatsoever you do.
If you therefore what you eat, what you drink, or what?
Or whatsoever you do.
Or whatever you do, you supposed to what?
Do all to the esteem of Elohim.
Every action that you make is supposed to be able to esteem the Most High. Everything that you do is supposed to bring esteem to the Most High. So if what you're doing don't bring esteem to the Most High, you put it. Hallelujah. All right, I'm off my box. We got any other questions? Son, what's your question, son? All right. We gonna pray. We gonna pray. We gonna pray.
Announcement.
Oh, we got announcements. I'm sorry. I'm jumping the gun.
We got announcement.
Put the gun back in my holster.
June 18th, we have a pop-up shop. So if you are still interested, we have tables available. They are $45 a table. Show up, support your brothers and sisters. There's a little bit of everything that's going to be there. We got your brother that was here with all the turkey, the smoked turkey. He's going to be back, which was bomb.com. He did not show up. That was great. We've got clothing, we've got oils, we've got herbs. I mean, what you need is a one-stop shop. So come and support your brothers and sisters. June 18th. It's the
Sunday
Sunday.
is what they call Father's Day.
June 18th. You said it's on what day? Father's Day?
Father's Day.
See, we don't never honor the fathers around here, man. That's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Jokes.
If
We don't never do nothing on Mother's Day. You know what I'm talking about? Jokes. These is jokes, y'all. Y'all know we get down.
you paying, send it to Chosen Seed 1.
And then the time is from 1 to 6.
1 to 6.
Please also make sure that you mark on when you send it in that it's for the pop-up shop, so we can keep track of what is for what. Also, today is New Moon Days. Happy New Moon. Today is the first day of the third month of the year.
Hallelujah.
So we have made it so far by the grace of Yahuwah. Next week on Thursday, May 25th, is Shavuot, Pentecost, Feast of Weeks, whatever you want to call it. We'll be here at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock?
10 o'clock.
2 o'clock, May 25th. We'll be here 2 o'clock.
The real 2 o'clock.
Yes.
The actual one that come on the clock. The real one.
So we'll be here. You do need to take that day off if you have not done so already. It is a day that you should not be working. Yeah, the menu is posted. I don't know if it's full yet, but if not, if you're on
We
the
need a
coast,
vegan option, right?
Seaboard.
For the food. We need a vegan option for the food, y'all. Please, let us produce a vegan option for the food.
And see Sister Wanda, if you want to add anything to that, let's see her. I think that is it.
Brother Sakal, what's up? Pop-up shop has been, flyer has been circulating. So, yeah, somebody reposted in the board for Brother Sakal. But yeah, pop-up shop June 18th on the who?
1 to 6.
1 to 6. 1 to 6. All right.
Yes.
So do me a favor. Post both of those flyers in the inbox again. And somebody post it in the Chosen Seed Facebook page as well. That way we can have it and it's fresh. So everybody take those flyers, share those flyers, to save the date for the gathering, and also the June 18th pop-up shop.
The gathering is September 1st to the 4th, 3rd, I'm sorry. No, that's just a pop-up where we're selling stuff just as a fundraiser. May 25th, yes. May 25th. And then again, the gathering is going to be moved back a little bit, I'm sorry, to September 1st through the 3rd, the weekend of what is known as Memorial Day. I'm sorry, Labor Day. I think that is it. Any other announcements, anything else, anyone? mind's clear. Almighty Elohim, Father, we thank you for your goodness, we thank you for your faithfulness, we thank you for your kindness, Father, we thank you for the word that we received today, Father. Again, we ask that you allow us to heed what you have said to us, Father, to make the choices that are right, to do what is right before you, Father, to stay on the straight and narrow path, Father, to never bring shame to your name, but esteem you in all things that we do, Father. We ask you to help us, Father, and to strengthen us where we're weak, Father. We ask you to keep us in your love and care. Keep us on your wings, Father. We ask you to touch those who are sick, those who are depressed, those who are going through things financially, spiritually, emotionally, Father. Touch families and homes and marriages, Father. You are the author and the finisher, Father. You are the creator. You have created all things, Father. You see what others do not see, Father. We ask you to fix those things that are wrong, Father. Help us to do our part in doing that, Father. We ask you to be with us as we continue to celebrate your set-apart day, your Shabbat, Father. Bless those who are not here with us, Father. Keep them, Father. Protect them. We pray for Sister Drea and her daughter and her family, Father. Strengthen them and touch them, Father. Brother Abraham, again, we continue to pray for him. As you touch him, you know the situation, the circumstance, Father. You know all things. You can do all things, Father. And we believe you. Looking at the track record, we know that you are able to do it, Father. We know you're able to do exceedingly abundantly above what we can even ask or even think, Father. We ask you to bless the food, make it nourishment for our body as we sit down and gather together and fellowship together, Father. Make the rest of this day a success. And keep us until the point in time we meet again. All the things we ask and give thanks in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. So be it. So be it. Our Father, who art in Shamayim, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in Shamayim. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, and seen forever and ever. So be it.
I forgot the English too. I said the English song.
That's a shame we don't know this in Hebrew.
I said the English song. I forgot it.